Good morning, everybody. So, welcome to today's class, and we'll be focusing on mathematics from one. So, we'll start with chapter one, just a basic run through before we continue. So, I've decided that I'll be posting mathematics every Saturday, as history will be posted every Friday. So, please keep up with me. I will also be doing my weekly vlog, showing you what I'm doing at home, but this is just to help the students out there because I know how hard it is to find good notes, good material. So let's start. So, chapter one. So we have specific objectives. One, identify, read, and write natural numbers and symbols. Round off numbers to the nearest tens, hundreds, thousands, millions, and billions. Classify natural numbers as even, odd, or prime numbers, and solve word involving natural problems. So we'll start with place value. This is something that I know you did in primary school, but I do believe that it is the first basis of every mathematics topic. So since this is lesson one, I just want to do a run through of this because okay, according to me, these are the basics of math. This is the basis of mathematics. So place value, a digit has a different value in a number because of its position in a number. So the position of a digit in a number is called its place value. As you can see in the notes, they provide an example. Okay, so this is the name and this is the value. So total value is the product of the digit and its place value. So, for example, this number is 345,678,901. So the place value of each number and the total value of each number has been subdivided into this table. So the upper part, this part here, is the, what is it called? Forgive me. This upper part is the place value, and this lower part is the total value. So let us focus on this number 7, for example. Um, so this 7, this is the place value. The place value is 10,000, but the total value of the number is 7. So let me just okay. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're talking about place value and total value. Basically, actually, no. Let's just get back here. So 10,000 and 7, those are the values. That's the place value and the total value. And we have other numbers. So an assignment from me, write down the number 350,854 and write a table figuring out the place value and total value of each of the figures, and we will start it off from there. So that's one assignment I've given you. So a place value chart can be used to identify both place value and total value, as I've just explained. So these are the notes. Please write this down. Get your pen ready and write this down. A place value chart can be used to identify both place value and total value of a digit in a number. So the place value chart is also used in writing numbers in words. So if you want to figure out writing numbers in words, let's say for example this number here, 769,301,854. So we have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions. So we want to put this in words. So we're going to have 769,301. No, sorry. We're going to have 769 million. That's the millions. 301,000. Okay, so these thousands, ten of thousands, hundred of thousands. So when you pronouncing it, it's thousands. 854. So we have an example here, 345,678,901. Basically, that is the, Okay, we also have billions. I'd like to touch on billions a bit. So a billion is 1,000 million. So this is the written form of a billion. I'm going to give you some time to write it, put it down. So that's the written form of a billion. Let's just highlight that. Just highlight that. So that is the written form of a billion. So uh, one moment, please. So, example, this, what is the place value in total value of the digits below? We have 7,307,263,402. So the place value that we're trying to figure out is 4 and 7, 7 and 8 actually. So we are figuring out the place value of 30. Let me just so we are figuring out the place value of 7, 7 and 8. 7 and 8. So the place value for 6 is 10,000 and that's the total value. The place value of 3 is hundreds of billions and it's that total value. So let's proceed to rounding off. 1 minute, please. Um, hmm. Rounding off. So when rounding off to the nearest 10, let's start with rounding off to the nearest 10. The one digit determines the 10. So let me use this example. So say I put 1 to the nearest 10. So because this 1 is below 5, a digit below 5, we just make it 0. So when you round off to the nearest 10, this is 40. But in this example here, since 9, the 9 is above, the 9 is above what? Yes, the 9 is above 5. So you're going to make the 9 0 and add 1 to the 8, making it 3190. So when it's below 0, you just make the number as 0 and don't add anything to the coefficient number, which is the 10s. That's 4 here. But if it's above 5, if it's 5 and above, actually, 5 and above, what you do is make this number 0 and add a 1 to the coefficient, which is 8. So when rounding off to the nearest 100, we focus on the 10, the last two digits of the number end with 1 to 49 round off downwards. So same thing here. This is below 50, it's 49 and below. So you're just going to make these two 0 and not add anything to the coefficient, which is 6. But in this case, since it's above 49, that's 50 plus. Going to make this to 0 and add a 1 to the 1. So you're going to have 32,000. So there are a few examples. 47, 473, 678 to the nearest 100. So what we'll do is, since first we look at the two numbers, these two numbers are above 49, so you make them zeros and add 1 to the 6. These two numbers are big. Okay, this is the nearest 1,000. So if it's the nearest 1,000, you move to the third digit. So since they're below 500, they're 499 and below, you just make them all zeros. For this, the nearest tens, you make this 0, add a 1 here, which gives you 2,500. As you can see from the solution, it is exactly that. So I'm giving you some time to write the solutions down. Make sure you understand that rounding off, you need to focus on this, the number stated here at the end. So depending to the nearest hundreds, tens, thousands, tens of thousands, that's how you're going to round off. Operation on whole numbers. So we have addition. Addition is basically adding up numbers. This is an example: 98 plus 67, 34 plus 284. So the ones are together, the tens are together, the hundreds are together. So you add that, you get 7180. Same case for here: ones, tens. Just make sure your ones are aligned, your tens are aligned, your hundreds are aligned, your tens, your thousands are aligned, and so on and so forth. Similar case with subtracting. We are subtracting. I'm just reminding you. Uh-huh. Multiplication is the product or is the result of two or more numbers. So we're going to multiply. We're going to have 469 times 63. We'll have these three multiplying everything, giving you 3 times that, so 7. 7 carry the 2. 18, 19, 20, 0 carry the 2. 12, 14, and then below this you count 6 by 9. So you will start from here, you'll start adding it up from here, and then you're going to have 29, 574. And division is basically the dividing a number to get a result called the quotient. So the number being divided is the divided, and the number being dividing is the divisor. So you'll have 6493 divided by 14. You get your solution is 463 and 11 as the remainder. You can prove check that by multiplying 463 times 14 and adding 11, and it will give you this number. So in general, dividend is equals to quotient. Please write this formula down. This, let me highlight it for you. Please put this formula down. This formula is for, let me just add. So this is the dividing formula. So please put that down. That's the dividing formula. The dividing formula, please put it down. It's going to be important in the future. So we have operations in words. So addition will be sum plus added, more than, or increased by. So these words are used when you're being given word questions. So in addition, you'll be told that Mwangi had 5 mangoes more than okay, Mwangi had 5 mangoes. James had 2 mangoes more than Mwangi. How many mangoes does James have? So basically what you want to do is to add the 5 mangoes of Mwangi plus the 2 mangoes of James to get the 7 mangoes that are required. There's also subtraction. So subtraction is difference minus subtracted from, less than, decreased by, reduced by, deducted from. All these are terms used in subtraction. For example, I have 5 bananas. My sister has 4 bananas less than me. How many bananas does my sister have? That is 5 minus 4 to give you the 1. So my sister has 1 banana. In high school maths, you will find it best to show your calculation through working steps. You need to show how you worked out the process to the very end. Multiplication, product of multiply, times, twice, thrice. And division is quotient of or divided by. Equal is equal to result is or is. So in multiplication, let me explain something. This twice or thrice, you have an example. A sales lady has twice as much kale as her neighboring sales lady. If her neighboring sales lady has 28 bales of kale, how many bales of kale does the sales lady have? So what you want to do is, if it's twice, you're going to say 28 kales for the neighboring lady. So this sales lady has twice as much kale as the neighboring sales lady. So it's going to be 28 times 2, which will give you 6 carry the 1, 66. Same applies to thrice, but you only get these 2 terms because they're easily for your level for now. A product of, so you're going to hear that 72 is a product of 12 and the number. What number is it? So you need to discover what to do. So in a situation of that, a question that's kind of phrase like that, okay, let me just, I don't know if I can add a note. Right. Yeah, right here. We have you told that 72 is, I hope that you can all see my screen. I'm really trying. I hope that my screen is visible. Is our product of 12 and a number. What number is this? So that is your question. What you want to do is say 72 equals to 12 multiplied by x. So therefore, x is equals to x is equals to 72 divided by 12. So x is equals to 3. So when they use product of this term, they tend to want such calculation. So here you're going to get 1 mark for the deduction, 1 mark for the calculation, and finally, most 1 mark for the answer. So most of the times it's a half a mark, 1 mark. So the question can either have 2 marks or 3 marks depending on the length. But basically, this is how to go about it. Start by showing the examiner what you're talking about. It's 72 is equals to 12x. That's a mark. Immediately, I'll be prompted to give you a mark because this is the formula I want. Then x is equals to 72 divided by 12, thereby making x 3. For those of you who can't get it directly, you can go ahead and do the calculation on the side. You can use the calculator. However you want to do it, just as long as you get the answer. So equals to is that. So let me get an okay. So these are the word problems I was talking about basically. Ortego had 3469 bags of maize, each weighing 90 kgs. He sold them at 26.54. He sold 2,654 of them. So these are the amount of bags sold. And so first of all, what you want to do is you write, let me see if I can add a note. What you want to do is bags he had is equals to 3,469. Let me just zoom in a bit so that you can see what I'm. So these are the bags he had. 3 bags. So bags sold are 2654 kg of each bag is 90 kg of each bag. 1 minute, please. Okay, I need to. Yes, in the bags. Kg of each bag is 90. Then remaining bags is, so we'll have 3469 minus 2654, giving you 815. You can go ahead and check that. So this is the information you have derived from the first statement. So we go on to the question. How many kilograms of maize was he left with? So to figure out the kilograms of maize he was left with, we'll come here now. So the first answer, if he was left with remaining kg is equals to kg of each bag multiply yes, 1 moment, let me just kg of each bag multiplied by remaining bags. So that will be 815 multiplied by multiplied by 90, which will give us you can do this. I'm giving you time to do it. So give us 73 350 kg. So that's one way to go about it. That's the way I'd go about it. But there's also another way, as we can see highlighted right here. Just scroll down. As you can see, they've decided to go the long way and figure out the total kg he had and the total kg he sold. So when they subtract, they will get 73,350. Let's see if our answer is correct. Our answer was 73,350 kg. So they are both correct. It's just how you want to go about them. We've gone about it that way because we started solving from here, from the first part. That's how we started solving the equation from. Let's just continue. So basically, that's the one problem. We have even numbers. A number which can be divided by 2 without a remainder is an even number. So we have 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. For as long as the number can be divided by 2 and not have a remainder, that is an even number. An odd number is any number that when divided by 2 gives a remainder. For example, 7. When you divide 7 by 2, you're going to get 3 and a remainder of 1. Prime numbers are numbers that only have two factors, 1 and the number itself. For example, 2 times 1. Those are the only two numbers that can divide 2 and 1. So prime numbers, we can list them down. We can list down the prime numbers. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 59, 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 81, 83, 97. So those are basically the prime. Yeah. Those are your prime numbers. And 1 is not a prime number, and 2 is the only even number which is a prime number. So please note this, very key, very important. 1 is not a prime number because 1 can be divided a lot. Yeah, and 2 is the only even number which is a prime number. If you look at this list, it's the only prime number that is even. The rest are all odd numbers. You can look at the end, it's 9, 3. When you divide all these by 2 from 3, and you divide all these by 2, you get a remainder. So if you've understood, that has been my lesson. These are a few questions you can go through. You can write them down as I come to my conclusion. So that has been lesson 1 of mathematics from 1. I am looking forward to posting more videos. So please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below on anything I could do better, on anything you'd like to learn. I can make a video about it, and to interact with my viewers. I actually love interacting with my viewers. For my subscribers, thank you, family, for all your support. Today, I hope I can hit. We're about to hit 30 subscribers, guys. I know it might be small to some people, but it's a great achievement. to hit 30 subscribers in less than a few months. So thank you everybody for your support. Thank you for everything, and uh, I hope to have more videos like this and have more interactions. So this is the end of my meeting. Goodbye and have a blessed day. And okay, I have to do this, guys. Sorry. Good morning, good evening, and good night to my viewers, depending on the time you're watching. Adios and see you next time.